Hello there, Gemini, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing well out there. Now, Gemini, we're going to find out everything that Spirit wants you to be aware of. And this is for Gemini and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for whenever you get this video and it resonates for you. Okay, Gemini, this is a time that Spirit is guiding you to really conserve not only your resources, but your own energy. And that may mean that you need to delegate, to hand over other duties or responsibilities, or you may need to just say no because you have to really take care of yourself. And the reason why is because you are creating either a new or reestablishing a solid foundation for you to build upon. But it is going to take some time to contemplate, to meditate, to get some divine guidance and answers, especially when it comes to what's the next right move. Now, the first move is to make sure that you are looking at your schedule and scheduling time out for yourself, especially for those Geminis if you find yourself all over the place trying to do everything, because there's something important here with, a strong base, okay? So let's continue and see what else. I get Earth sign coming through. What else for Gemini? You're going to be taking a leap of faith. And I do feel that it's going to be quite exciting. And this is why we need to rest and be prepared. There will be something new and unexpected. It may even seem like good luck is following you, but it really is because you've been doing some type of work, or, not just outer work, but internal work. You've been doing things where I see you've been releasing, letting go, or you're in the midst of that. Now, something brand new is going to pop up, so you need to take a leap of faith. Let's get a little bit more with this grasshopper spirit and what this leap of faith entails. Let's get more. What's important for Gemini to know about this grasshopper spirit taking that leap of faith? Oh my gosh, you might feel that something was wasted. Now, something will rejuvenate you, invigorate you, and maybe stir up some type of passion, maybe even some chemistry. So just take what works. But if you've been feeling like something was wasted, it wasn't. It brought you to this point of a new beginning. So something had to occur here in order for something better to line up for you. So don't feel bad about what you've experienced. Don't feel that you've wasted your time, your money, your resources, your emotions. It had to happen. Now, I do feel, Gemini, that you may even also resonate with the last SOS reading if you haven't listened to that. So the video link is in the description. Okay, now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. I feel some of you might be feeling like you have to start, from the ground up or from the bottom again, and that's okay too. So don't worry. Look at this. Spirit is your guide. Pay attention. You may need to really honor yourself here. What could be, or what is causing some type of distraction, because Spirit is saying you need to navigate distractions. You've got to be strong and say no to those distractions so that you can stay focused on your priorities. And some, not all of you, you may not know what your priority is just yet, but the first one is taking time out, scheduling time out. And then we get the clarity, and then we know exactly what kind of message or guidance we're truly receiving, because we're coming from a place where we're not stirred up or triggered or challenged by others or the environment. We're listening to the whispers of our own soul, and that is important right now. Okay, let's continue. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I know you guys can't see this, but I'm going to push it forward so you can. So you see this? The card just like flipped over just like that. We were going to get a card out of here, but I feel that we need to take the two that are popping up here, okay? Wow. Okay, so this whole thing about taking a leap of faith, Look at this. Lady Luck. Wasn't I just talking to you where it may seem like luck is following you, but this is really something that you've done in the past. But we may need to change our perception, okay? Don't see it as a waste. See it as an accomplishment. You've experienced what you had to experience to get to this point, and fortune is favoring you at this time. You got Lady Luck on your side. You need to take a leap of faith with something or someone, because when the opportunity strikes, Gemini, it may not last. I wouldn't say, okay, let me reword that. It's like a new beginning or opportunity could present itself. But if you're not taking on that opportunity, yes, you can miss it. Now, there will be another opportunity, but you may just need to wait for another cycle, okay? So why not just take the opportunity that you see? Look at this. There is some type of risk that spirit wants you to open yourself up to. So let's explore this just a little bit more. But okay, we're going to come back to this. Hold on. I want to see what else is going to come out. Okay, freedom is yours. It's all about choices. I do feel that you're going to have to be strong, when it comes to people, the situation here. We're weighing the pros and cons of our choices. What are the consequences? Because I know that you've already come to a place where you've realized your past choices, maybe even past risks. And we are in this place of getting information about these choices and consequences, but freedom is yours. Okay, now let's get a little bit more here. This one we already I feel like I want to get a little bit more with this. If you look at this, freedom is yours too. It's like we can either, evolve and move into the next part of our journey, or we can kind of just stay where we're at. And either one is fine. It's not right or wrong. This is just about progress and where you're comfortable at in life. I'm looking at these like little fairies that have been trapped inside this cup, and this lady, has opened up this, whatever it is, has opened up the top here and has allowed these little fairies or maybe even angelic beings to fly free. Let's get more with the choices here. What's important for Gemini to know about the choices? Yeah, be here and now and honor your choices, okay? Don't try to label it as good or bad, right or wrong. Just honor them, because a new choice will make itself available at any moment. That's what I'm getting. It's like at any moment. I mean, look at that. Take a leap of faith. We have fate at play here, taking a risk. So be here and now. You got to try your hardest. I know it can be hard at times, but Spirit is saying, take some time out to soothe yourself. Put yourself in situations where, the environment is nice and tidy. Maybe you're making it look more beautiful, or try to. You could also be doing things to make you feel more comfortable, wearing more comfortable clothes. Maybe there's something just, making yourself feel good, right? Taking good care of your body. Anyhow, freedom is yours. This might be a time where, if you've been struggling with a choice, just choose the path that can lead you to more freedom, if that's all you can do. Sometimes it can be overwhelming too when we get too far into the future. We could feel like we're getting swallowed up by the future. That's why Spirit is saying the freedom is really being in this present moment. That's your point of power. That's where we can capture a sense of timelessness. You're going to have a lot more control, Gemini, if you really take on looking at your schedule, your work, your home, your projects, your hobbies, your friends, your relationships. I mean, whatever you've got going on, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But there's something if you haven't done it already, there's something about you making sure that you're carving out time for quietude. Something important about your resources is expanding. Spirit wants you to feel solid with where you're at and not distracted. Because Hawk Spirit is coming through saying there is distractions or there will be, and you're going to have to be strong and say no. You're going to have to utilize great discernment here. What else? And I'm looking at, well, even hawk, but a horse and this hummingbird, it's like they can go in any direction at any moment, right? They're strong, agile, they have endurance here. I mean, hummingbirds can navigate aerodynamically in any direction. Horses, man, giddy up and go. You know what I mean? At any moment. And that's something that's going to happen here. So you want to be rested and prepared. And not only that, you want to be mentally prepared. So we don't want to overwhelm the mind with too much, especially about trivial matters. And maybe maybe in hindsight, they'll look like trivial matters. Maybe right now it just seems like too much for some of you. I can understand that too. So let's get some more about what Spirit wants you to know. Oh, look at this. You're in between worlds. It's time to delegate. It's time to listen to that guidance about maybe simplifying too. Embrace the in-between. You got that flamingo spirit. I'm seeing something about passion, dancing, intimacy here, and being prepared for that. So take good care of yourself. You are embracing the in-between, and we can't rush or force this, but we can move gracefully. So let's get more about the guidance with this embrace the in-between, or whatever Spirit will allow us to have here. Oh my God. There's something about directions. I feel that there may already be certain things that are pointing things out at you, because you're going to be figuring something out. Now, if you don't feel purpose, get back down to the basics and know that you are Spirit's purpose first and foremost, and you do have a purpose and you do belong. Just know that there is something here about receiving or seeing directions, being guided in the right direction. You may need to remain objective. You may need to write out your objectives so that you can stay focused. Because once you know what your goals are, your objectives, your values, your visions, then it's easier to take a step, right? But when a direction appears, and I just feel that there's something very attractive about this, taking a leap of faith. When it appears, don't hesitate, move forward. I mean, look at the flamingo. It's like, I don't know, this is so weird, because it's like this flamingo spirit is telling me that, yeah, things have gone real down for you. It was like a down turn in your life or your experience, but things are looking up. Now, Spirit wants you to be proud of yourself, to be self-assured that you're in the right direction, the right path here. What else? Some of you could find yourself in a completely different location. I don't, some of you, not all of you. What else? Be loyal to what you love. I feel like I want to read. Oh, it says decisions, determined. Oh, destiny. I don't know if you guys see that. I'm going to try to put it up to the camera there. Let's see if you guys see that. Decisions, determined, destiny. Oh, okay. Your inner compass is guiding you right. This is why it's really important for you, Gemini. You've got a tremendous amount of energy. And so when you expend your energy by overthinking or overdoing, you're going to need a lot more time to recharge your batteries. You've got a big spirit. You've got a big purpose. I don't care how you see it, big or small, it doesn't matter. You have purpose. Just be loyal to what you love, and everything else will start to line up accordingly. I feel that you're already doing something that you love, or you're getting close to doing that. You know, this dog spirit is all about dedication, loyalty. Okay, let's see. I kind of get like Fool's card too, with that take a leap of faith. You know, I don't know. This person kind of looks like the Fool's. Anyways, in tarot, but you know, in the Fool's card in the Rider-Waite deck, it depicts a dog with that person. You know, and it's just so funny because here's this dog, here's taking that leap of faith, and here you are. You've come to the edge, and that's all you need to do. Yeah, Spirit's calling you out, and that's okay. Spirit knows you might be feeling overwhelmed, you know, by others, a situation, or just got a lot on your plate. But this is the time that you can restructure your foundation. Do it. I encourage you to. I feel that Spirit is, you know, been putting some major signs out there for you to notice this, that you need to slow down. Thank the heaven and the angels for helping you focus your mind, right? We were just talking about your priorities. Yeah, thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priority, and let Spirit be your guide. All you got to do right now is just focus on priorities, eliminate distractions. Then things will make sense. Something will appear. The change you need happens. The breakthrough. Now let's continue. Count your blessings. I feel that you've already taken a risk in the past, or there's something that has been building up by your past choices. And so this is a return of good karma. What you sow, you shall reap. This is why Spirit is trying to remind you that whatever you feel that you've wasted, it wasn't a waste. Count your blessings, because more things for you to feel grateful for are lining up. This is about your destiny here. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Let's get more about this. I'm seeing like a wish fulfillment with this. Give us more with count your blessings. Yeah, we're having a second chance at something. We're hitting the reset button. We're awakening to new choices and new blessings because we've learned all that we need to. Thank you, Jeremel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. This could even be about yourself, right? Because some of you, I feel that you've been hard on yourself. But this is the reset button. This is why a new opportunity is making its way available to you. What else? If some of you feel that something is unforgivable, just take some more time with it. With time, you're going to know and feel a real release from that, okay? Take time to breathe. Let your mind breathe, let your spirit breathe, let your emotions breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here, because they are. You know, there's like a palm tree, but in the shadow, there's an angel watching over you. You know, Gemini, you may even resonate with Cancer's reading, or you have maybe Cancer placements in your chart, or you might be connecting or are connected with someone with strong Cancer placements in their chart. But I feel it's the same thing with you. You've got like this angel that is hovering over you because you've got a very favorable outcome. And this may require extra angelic protection, right? Until we start to get used to things, we're strong enough, and then we're able to really know and honor boundaries of ourselves and others and situations, knowing our limits. What else? See, now you got permission to take time to breathe. I mean, look at this. A loved one in heaven is drawing close. You're never alone. The angels are here with you. Breathe with ease. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. You know, pay attention to certain animals that may speak to you, that may give you clues about who is showing up on the other side for you, because they know what you've gone through isn't easy. They know too that you may have taken on burdens, you know, well, maybe you've just taken on, you've taken on a lot, and then it became or has become a burden, and your loved ones are saying you can release it. This is the time that you can release it. What else? Honor your beauty. Okay, I really get Empress type of energy here. There's something about you being in this place, the time and being in a time and space and reality where, you know, you really do see your true worth, your true beauty from the inside out, knowing that you have and are continuing to evolve and grow spiritually and materially. Now, this might be a time where you're, you know, really honoring beautiful things in life, or surrounding yourself, you know, with things that look beautiful to you. Wearing things that make you feel good. Maybe it's all about comfort, you know, wearing things that make you feel comfortable. Doing things for yourself. Maybe a makeover or just a beauty day, whether you're male or female, it's just time to, you know, do some self-grooming or some type of new grooming, just to, you know, give yourself a little boost. And that shows self-respect, self-love. You have been hard on yourself. You know, this is the thing. It's like Spirit is saying you're underestimating your abilities, your talents, your gifts, your own beauty. Forgive, forget, release, and shine. What else? Oh my gosh. You've been around some negative energies, that's for sure. And that's okay. You know, we all have to go through that. It's all intertwined, right? But this is where we know who we are, and where we end and begin, and where others end or begin and end. So yes, clear your vibes. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. This is why we need to take some time out. You know, there may have been some harsh things going on, maybe whether it's just, you know, oneself thinking negatively or being impacted by others, negative vibes. You know, Archangel Metatron knows that there's a lot going on where you might not be agreeing with others. And that's okay too. But Spirit wants you to be wise with your own energy and to know that, yes, you have to take time out a lot, you know, from now on in the future, if you haven't already, so that you can replenish, clear your vibes, and get right. Because yes, there has been some type of, you know, negative influence at play here. And I see not only Archangel Metatron, but I also sense Archangel Michael coming through, surrounding you with the protective light. All right, now let's continue and see what else. Open your heart. Oh, yes, you're getting it. See, this whole thing of like release, you know, hitting that reset button. You're in between, okay? And at any moment, something is going to fill your heart up. But we do need to be aware if we are holding on to too much negative emotions, maybe hurt or resentment, you know, whatever it is. Maybe it's about the past. Because some of you, it might be hard to get over what has happened here. Because some of you, it may have been a long time where you felt you've invested your time, your resources, your energy. And it's like, what the hell did I get out of that? Well, this is what you're going to discover. This is where your perseverance pays off. This is where miracles and blessings pop up because you stayed determined, knowing that you're always continuously evolving and growing, even if others choose not to do so. What else? This is interesting. This is about soulmates with a plural, okay? Because we all have soulmates, friends, family, lovers, whatever, okay? This is signifying a rotation of souls making their way in or out of your life. And the same thing with you. And what we have to do is just honor these experiences, honor these connections for what they were and are, and know that you're making room to create even more good and cherished memories. This is this whole thing where it's like, I don't know what kind of, doors they're called, but they're mostly in like big cities or like big buildings where you've got the rotating doors, with the windows and the glass. And that's kind of like this. It's like sometimes there's a divider, the glass that's dividing you and others. And that's kind of what this is like, right? But it's like, you might have felt like you were spinning around and around with something here, that nothing wasted, like a karmic type of pattern here. And this is where we have that release. Because, we do need to take time to honor or reflect, right, our interaction with others, but don't let it be all consuming. Now, I want to get more, though, with this interaction with others. And again, this is why Archangel Michael and Metatron, too, is helping you clear your vibes, right? Because we can absorb and take on or even feel the attachment or the energy cords, either coming from us or others. But forgiveness dissolves those energetic ties that aren't necessary for you to carry forward. And this is why we're releasing all of this. Let's get more with this interaction with others. Oh my gosh, spirit animal. Okay. Not only others, we've got animals coming through. You not only do you have hawk spirit, you've got eagle spirit. Thank you, animal kingdom, for blessing my path with love. Be open to people, okay? Be open to interacting with others when the time is right. But also, Gemini, you're a sacred soul, and so Spirit wants you to just honor that you have this ability to get those guidance, get the answers that you need, and also to trust that your path is being blessed with love. People that do love and support you, they have in the past as well. But there is something about you opening up to love and interacting with others in a whole new way, though. It's going to be refreshing this time around, okay? And I do feel that your angels, your guides, your spirit animal guides are also helping you try to maybe even remain calm in the face of, disagreements, or maybe even being indifferent, just so that we can be in a place of, calmness, equanimity. What else? Oh my gosh, you are breaking free. You're doing something where, whether it's people that you were raised by, or a group of people, like, you know, soul family. But even that evolves as we're going through life. You know, we start to break apart from old relationships, maybe some, not maybe not all of them, but we also gravitate towards new. Oh my gosh, this is what I'm seeing. There's something strong going on with you finding something out. Maybe even how powerful you really are, and what maybe others have tried to trap you in. And I'm not saying that they're doing it purposefully, but there's something where, yes, we can be influenced by others' experiences, others' stories, other people's achievements. And then we get into this place of comparison, or we don't really see what's possible. But what's happening with you is that you're breaking barriers. You're breaking things where you're going after a goal or a dream that only others can dream about. And it doesn't mean that they're not capable of achieving some great things in their life, but they're sitters, or we can call them sleepers. And that's okay too. That's what their soul is needing to experience at this time. But you're ready for, you know, something far more grand than what you have been experiencing. It's like you've been in this one place for so long, and now you've already, it's like, it's kind of like when you are learning a new skill, a new talent or whatever. Like, let's just say, example, learning an instrument or something. And it's like, you know, you've learned all that you can with that instrument, and now you're ready to utilize what you've learned with that instrument and try it on something maybe that's like it, but maybe more grand and bigger. Okay. I mean, look at this, like this horse, this carousel, you know, maybe just like a horse having to be in maybe an arena that's, you know, only so big. But here it's like breaking free to explore what's possible. Now look at that. You know, your determination and willpower is really essential to nurture at this time, so that you're not losing, you know, gas for things in life. Some of you have already broken free. And this is why, look at that, embrace the in-between. Look at the in-between, that glass, you know, bubble there. And you've broken free, so you're in between. In between. So all you got to do is just hang in there. The opportunity is already going to make itself available, because you have, what else? Unconditional love. Look at that, opening your heart, experiencing unconditional love, because this is your birthright. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. Where you were, I don't feel that you were getting what you deserve, to be honest with you, Gemini. And so we must continue to grow. We must continue to be in this state of, you know, not living by conditions, but living unconditionally, knowing that our dreams will be fulfilled when we do the right things, when we take time to balance our life out. And also know that you're worthy of love, because some of you, I feel that you're really questioning whether or not you're good enough for something or someone. You are. But something is happening here with priorities. It's like Spirit is really setting you up right. I mean, we're doing what we need to do at the right time here. We're building a solid foundation, not a weak one. What else? Oh my gosh, equality, balance. You know, we're talking about being in a state of equanimity, right? So it matters right now to maintain a healthy sense of balance. Where can you improve your balance in things in all areas of your life? Now, I see an opportunity here that is synchronizing here. So there's something going on. I feel that you've already been noticing this too, synchronicities. Because there is something about partnership, having a mutually beneficial partnership of some kind here. Let's get more. I mean, look at this whole thing about you being in between. It's like you're just having to be graceful. Because I almost see like this as like Temperance and the Hangman. Now, if you don't know tarot, then you're probably like, what in the hell does that mean? Well, this just means that we're having to surrender and maybe, yes, make some easy sacrifices. That means getting rid of the burdens. It may feel a little weird at first, but it is a worthy sacrifice, because what you're doing is creating more harmony and balance for yourself and having that infused in your everyday relationships, but also preparing you too for some type of great love. I was talking about karma, like reaping what you've sown. There may be something with justice here too. Let's continue and see what else. Oh, okay. I just feel that this is about being assertive, being strong enough to say no, and no means no. Speak your truth. What is it that you need to say? Spirit is saying, don't hold back. Don't hold back in the fear of maybe hurting another's feelings. There's a way to do it tactfully, respectfully. But Archangel Gabriel is also letting a lot of you know too that, your time has come. You've explored, or I should say experienced, what it feels like to be so limited in some area or maybe multiple areas of your life. And now that you've broken free, now that you've come into, great insight, you can confidently speak your truth. And there may be something about your work or your purpose that has to do with communication. But don't hesitate when it's time to be honest with yourself or others. Spirit says, go ahead, say it. But also you may need to say, look, I need some damn time for myself right now. So again, speak your truth. Don't assume others know what you want at this time, because most likely they don't. Okay. What else for Gemini? Oh, we got the divine physician. This is connected to your heart chakra. This is also connected to healing abilities and your ability to heal yourself and others, and being guided for the right information too. So I would say be open to all sorts of healing information for yourself. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. Spirit wants you to feel healthy. Spirit wants you to also know that angels are working with you to bring you a lot of, I would say something to help you feel rejuvenated here. Because this all has to do with opening your heart, exploring what's possible when it comes to fulfillment. What else? Yeah, productivity, organization, having control. But this may require we need to take time out. This is you laying down the solid foundation. Now, there's also something else going on. It's like we're taking in, this is all about priorities, right? And instead of having all of these tangled, where maybe they once were tangled up with all of these different threads of color, but look, we've got it formulated in the right, well, I don't know if that's the right word, but we've got them all synchronized to make a rainbow of colors. So there is something about, getting these things in the right order. Look at the colors here. Let's get more about this, because I feel that, again, this is about navigating those distractions. You are creating, there is a merging here. Things are going to come together far more effortlessly than you realize. Oh, look at, there's Libras. Yeah, Libras coming through. Look at that. Libra's zodiac symbol. Okay, I want more with this too. Oh boy, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're getting help. You're getting help from above. Now, just remain productive. And even when you are taking time out, you have to know that that's also you being productive, because you're doing something when it comes to taking enough time to rest, to relax, to breathe, so that you can be more productive. It's almost like doing less will help you do more and gain more. Now, whatever is coming together, you know that you're going to be receiving the right elements that you need to produce what it is that you want. And you are receiving help, resources, support. What else? Yeah, Spirit's helping you get out of somewhere here. Like somewhere where it's just been maybe a sense of entrapment. Again, in between. I mean, look at that, in between. Got the doves carrying you. Curiosity, comparisons, dissatisfaction. There may be something that we've been curious about because we are feeling some type of discontentment. Take some time out, Gemini. Something will make sense here. Now, it will be important not to compare yourself to others, right? And I know that can be hard, especially when we're so involved with everybody's life on social media, if you're like into that. We need a little bit more though, because there may be something where, you know, like this mermaid is very curious about the air and the living things in the air. Now, whether this mermaid needs air to breathe or water, we don't know. But something could be risky here. So let's get a little bit more about this. What's important for Gemini to know about this? Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. There's something about you listening to something that's going on and not what's going on with others, or compare yourself to others, where you're at, what you have, who do you have. It doesn't matter. You have spirit. First and foremost, that's the most important thing, I feel. You've got spirit that's guiding you, that has your back. You have angelic beings that are whispering things to you, but it's going to require you to take that time out. It's going to require you to get a little bit more organized as well, okay? So that we're not feeling like spread out. I feel like there's a lot going on with, you know, whether or not we're ruminating on things or people, or we've just been around a lot to the point where it could be just overstimulating you, okay? And it could be hard to listen to that inner voice, but your angels do speak to you. What else? Nope, that is it. Okay, so Gemini, let's find out how Spirit is currently helping you that you need to be aware of. How is Spirit currently helping Gemini? And Gemini, I don't know why, but I feel like I want to grab these two cards because they're kind of doing a little thing. So we'll take a look at that in a second. Let's see how Spirit is helping you currently. Look at this. Taking time to breathe in your own solitude and getting, some of you may need to get out of your head that spending some time meditating or quiet time is a waste of time. It's not. You're investing in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, who's going to invest in you, right? Because you have to do it yourself first. And I know a lot of you have. So Spirit is helping you spend solitude or a time of maybe loneliness and isolation very productively here. There's something about being productive even in times of solitude. Spirit knows that you do feel alone in something, and Spirit is helping you not feel alone. Spirit wants you to feel the support. Let's see what these two cards are. Look at that. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. You know, these rotating people, or you can even change this with like goals or circumstances. But anyhow, and the old must be released, endings and beginnings. You're stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So Spirit is helping you with endings and beginnings, because Spirit knows that you're kind of in limbo here with the in-between, okay? But you are being supported in the in-between. All right, now let's see what you have to look forward to in the near future. What does Gemini have to look forward to in the near future? Oh my gosh. I see that your beliefs, your strength, your faith is stronger than ever. What you have to look forward to is resist. Okay, there's something strong about your willpower and determination. I was already picking it up, especially when the horses came out. You know, there's something about you cultivating and summoning and having more power and determination to resist things that could throw you off track. Temptation. You know, there even could be a resisting of change. But Spirit is helping you solidify your spiritual truths, your faith in the unseen, so that you are stronger than ever when it comes to some type of temptation that wants to pull you in. This is like the devil card here. Let's get one more for what you have to look forward to in the near future. That's more like an energy. Just knowing thyself, understanding yourself more and more, because you're taking the time to really get to know yourself. I mean, this is why you're in this place of honoring your beauty, having more self-esteem and confidence to do and say what you need to, when you need to, without hesitating or questioning yourself or putting doubt into the future. So confidence. And here, and look at this, knowing, I told you that Archangel Michael, well, heaven, God knows that you've been around something or someone that's been super negative. And this is why you've got all of these angelic beings coming closer to you at this time. All right, Gemini, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.